Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PS5 Pro. We're back to just continue doing some random stuff throughout the different modes like we have been. As usual, thank you guys so much for all the support you've been showing. Really happy to have returning viewers, new viewers, and everything in between. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off with a comment request that happened yesterday. Or a little earlier. I need to find it again. Hang on. Let's see who it was. It was somebody. Why is the comment gone? It's really... If I don't reply to your comments after the streams and videos and all that stuff, it's because for whatever reason YouTube thought it was a great idea to not give me all the comments. It always goes in most relevant for whatever... I don't know. Anyways. I think I found it. I would like you to fly from Malmo, southern Sweden, to Copenhagen, Denmark, following the bridge between the two countries. And I thought that was kind of cool, because I don't know if the bridge is actually there or not, so I thought it would be a fun flight to dive into it. And we're going to use the plane that's in the thumbnail, because it has a Pan Am livery, and I really enjoyed the A310 when we messed with it a few streams ago. But yeah, we're going to be rocking the A310-300 in the Pan Am livery. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Fantastic. Let us head to our destination here, which is Malmo. Of course, we have you would think it's... yeah, there's Malmo. Oh, is that the... Oh, this is a really short flight. Well, I mean, that works out. But yeah, again, I'm not sure if the bridge is going to be in here. Because based off the world map, it appears to look more like a tunnel than anything. Oh, no, there's the bridge. It is there. Never mind. Spoiler. Alright, we'll spawn in an airport somewhere a little bit over here. In Stirrup. And then we'll take off from runway 35 and then head west. Sound like a plan? Sound like a plan. But hello, Master Duo and Throttle Up. Hello, hello. Glad you're enjoying the streams. And Tugra6376, hello to you. Hello, Craig. Evening to you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Thursday evening. I was scared you weren't going to stream today. Yeah, I know we're starting a little bit later today. Apologies. But we're here. And Cooper AL, evening Tim, chat, how are we doing? We're doing fantastic. We're already up to 29 people here after 3 minutes. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for stopping on by. We're starting this stream off with a viewer request from a comment from yesterday's stream. So we are here to kind of mess with that. Please show contrails. We can do that. We can certainly do that for you. Any builds, your plane starts up randomly. It's not actually starting up, but I've noticed that with the A310. But that's okay. Honestly, I've been flying the A310 a lot, and it's been awesome. So I'm excited to kind of dive into it here and get things going. Hello, Norfolk boy. Welcome back. And hello, Todd, to you. Welcome back as well. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Thursday. Hello, Tootsie Box. And Sir DLW, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Happy to have you all here. You don't have to really worry about anything in the built-in EFB here. Fantastic. I'm just going to go ahead and reverse thrust it instead of dealing with the tug. Because we're Pan Am, so we can do whatever we want. Can you show what's around Kingsland, Norfolk, or North Norfolk? Coast would be great with a heli. I like it. We can do that. I will add it to the list. I'll actually write it all down so I don't forget people's requests this time. And again, if you're new to the stream, shadows are just a bit weird in external camera. They look great in every other view. So hopefully that's something they can get fixed in a future build. But I always like clarifying that just so people know. Nope, nope, don't need to go in reverse, thank you. We're done with that. But yeah, honestly, out of all the Airbuses, this one's becoming my favorite Airbus in the sim. It's really nice. I know how autopilot works. It also has a nav button, which is great. So if I'm trying to follow a flight plan, it makes it a whole lot simpler. Also, let me go ahead and go into showcase here. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I love it. Alright, let me get this in a list here. Oh, Kingsland, Norfolk. Kingsland. Oh, I need to turn a bit more here. A little bit more power in here. We'll get the taxi going a little bit quicker than normal. Kingsland, Norfolk. Excellent. I'm so glad the beta is lasting this long. Honestly, hope to play it until game releases. And Squid, that would be pretty cool. I'd be surprised if it goes that long though, but I mean, they did just send out new codes yesterday. So I'm sure there's going to be quite a few more builds between now and the end of the beta. But again, there is still no definitive end date, so pretty cool. Hello, Cow, and my fellow chat. Hello, Monorific. Welcome back to another stream. And Gabe, glad to see you flying an Airbus. I mean, the A3... I mean, I don't know why I never flew it beforehand. I don't know how it was kind of just always... Oh, I'm gonna run them over. But yeah, just never ended up picking this for some reason. I'm happy we did now. Where are we flying to? We are flying to Denmark from the coastal town of Malmo, which is in southern Sweden. And we're going to be following the bridge between the two countries. It was a viewer request on that one. Just installed the beta on my PS5 Pro today, but first I faced an issue that the voucher code is not valid in your region. After some struggle, I found a solution, which is that I created a new PSN. Very nice. And Marco, you can head over to flightsimulator.com/ I believe insider registration and sign up for a chance at getting into the beta. And Sabi, glad it's going great for you on the PS5 Slim. Very nice. Alright, so before we get on the runway, let me make sure our flaps are... Oh, I don't need full here. We're going to go 2 notches of flaps on that. Get this other angle here. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to be making a left when we take off here. Hello, Omar. Hello, hello. And Heisenberg, welcome as well. Did I face it? No, I did not. In the survey, I put US or North America, whatever the region was, and code worked immediately when I got my voucher code. But yeah, this thing's been awesome, so let's go ahead and get the... I should have done this before we took off, but, you know, that's fine. Let's actually go for 3,000. The only thing is with this A310 is it has a very horrendous audio glitch when you land, which you'll hear when we get on the ground. Let's go ahead and get that heading to the left. Bring that throttle down, set that up here. And then I want to stay pretty low since we're wanting to see this bridge here, so it's going to be why we're keeping our cruise altitude relatively low here. And there we go. Autopilot set. Love it. And yeah, so far the only thing that I've really noticed with the A310 is the audio. It's just, it loops this, I don't know what it is, but oh my. It's quite annoying. I love these low clouds just hanging right above the ground. Looks great. And Graham, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Holy crap, we actually have photogrammic imagery here? Ooh. Nice. Nice football stadium we're going over. And I like that tower off our nose. It's a great one too, C-Box. You fly the A310 so much that the audio glitch for me just sounds normal. Very nice. But yeah, I didn't even realize there was a plane in the sim with a default Pan Am livery on it. I was like, oh, this is sweet. Oh, is that the bridge to our left? Hang on. Oh, wrong. Need to hit the heading knob first. Let's go make sure we fly along in here. Because you can tell if it's real buildings as opposed to just the fake buildings that the sim puts in. Because you actually get a lot more color and everything like that to the buildings as opposed to what the sim just default places. I mean, a plane with a Pan Am livery, I mean, it makes it 10 times cooler. It just does. And we have, like... By the way, I'm pretty sure this is live weather. I always like to double check. And it is. That's why flying with live weather is just peak flight sim. Oh, clouds have raised up a little bit with the latest data. So we got wind turbines. I hope I'm not heading the wrong way. I mean, if we are, it's not gonna take too long to get back to the other way. Because the bridge may be over there. Let's check the EFB really fast. Oh, it definitely is. Hold on. We've made a mistake, folks. Apologies. Let's go ahead and get that heading all the way around. Oh, sorry. Now we're gonna turn the other way. That's alright. By the way, if you wanted to see the back of the A310, hi, co-pilot. Hope I don't get stuck on anything. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain getting through the stewardess area. There we go. Is there something news in the beta today from the developer? No. Nothing new. Hello, Mark. Welcome back to another stream. Watching from Bermuda. Can't wait to fly over my house in VR. Very nice, Bermuda life. It's gonna be pretty sweet. And Bloxy, you need to go to flightsimulator.com/insider registration. I believe that's the URL. If not, just go to flightsim.com and then hit learn more about the PlayStation, which is on the front page. Right now, I mean, they just sent out a second wave of codes yesterday, but there's no guarantee people signing up now will be getting into the beta, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, Mark, I have no idea. I mean, that's another reason why I'm not too worried about 4K resolution, because obviously if you go higher up in resolution, the sim's going to have to be doing more and all that type of stuff. Which, again, is why I'm not too worried about playing stuff at 1080p. Because it already looks fantastic with that. Alright, we're going to turn to the right, and then we're going to meet up with the bridge and get a sweet Pan Am livery shot here. Which, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and head down to 2,500 feet. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hang on. We need to turn some more, please. We're not done yet. No spoilers. Don't look at the bridge.
Stop, runner, input.
Oh, shoot. Oh, what did I hit?
Input.
Oh, don't yell it. I don't know what I hit.
Stop, runner,
No.
input.
What does that mean? Okay, we're good. I was trying to not to have the bridge spoiled and I hit something wrong. Alright, we're good. No need to panic, folks. Everything is under control. That's what I was trying to hit. Nice. Yeah, we'll head to the other side there and get a nice shot. So let's get the camera set up already. When we turn, we'll probably want to have it set up this way. Well, no, we want to be on this side. Hang on. Duh. If we're here, we're not gonna be looking at the bridge. Well, I mean, the reason I'm doing so much airline stuff now is because it's obviously the biggest thing in the sim. It's a great testing bed for how the sim's running. Because, I mean, we've all known how airliners have run in the sim over the course of 2024, so Kind of the main reason I'm doing it. Because it's a great way to see how the sim's loading stuff in on the ground. How it does switching cameras. And all that good stuff. Oh, a nice monorific. Very nice. Because as you know, I find airliners boring, but of course we're not doing the 40,000 foot flights, we're just doing stuff low to the ground. Again, it's to test things. But in general, yes, I do not fly airliners much because they are boring. I don't want to fly at 40,000 feet in a sim that looks this cool, so... Alright, here, let's just kind of line up with that main part of the bridge there. Hey, Paul. Hi from the UK. Loving your content. I appreciate it, Paul. Come on, keep turning. Let's get a little bit more over there. Yes. Something like that'll be perfect. But yeah, it's another reason why I don't buy other airliners that come out. One, they're overpriced by most of the developers that do the airliners. And two, there's not much difference between the airliners, especially between the A300 series and whatever else. It's just perfectly happy with the default range of airliners. Nice. Finally got over the bridge. Alright, let's head into Denmark, and we'll see if there's an airport to land at. And we'll go from that. One side of the plane has the Dutch name, the other side has the English name. I don't know what that means. You're talking about on the cockpit? Because it says Clipper Northern Light on either side, I'm pretty sure. You know? Crypto, hey from the Netherlands, love your stream. I pre-ordered the Premium Deluxe on the Pro. Very nice, Crypto, very nice. That is the edition I will be grabbing as well. Oh, there's an airport right there. Oh, perfect. Excellent. We'll just kind of loop around it and then get our landing in. As for another wave, there might not be another one. This was a smaller one than the first wave, so it's up in the air if they do a third one or not. Right now they have no definitive answer if they're going to do one or not. Oh, I didn't even... Oh, my God. How did I skip a bunch of... Oh, my goodness. Sorry, CJs. I was like, what are we talking about? Alright, here. Also, I don't need autopilot anymore. Go ahead and disengage that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how I managed... What in the world? Aaron, there is no VR in the beta, as that won't be coming out until 2026. How are we today? I noticed you were showing off jet liveries yesterday. Not sure if it's an A321 or no, but KLM name those planes are after Butterfly. Oh, I got you. I see what you mean. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't believe there's anything different on this. Oh, man. No, that's awesome that it has photogrammic imagery here. It looks so nice. You want to see the rain? I can show you the rain. We'll get into some rain clouds here. And Tugra, we are going to be getting to the contrails. I will do it after we're done with this. Is there a way to take off the adaptive triggers or haptic feedback on R2 and LT? I have no idea. Have not looked at it. You can see the rain going against the windshield here. Hey FMJ, hello, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and slow things on down. Even have a little rainbow on the left side there. To think how far we've come in 10 months, I mean, yeah, it's definitely made some great strides, especially the last couple sim updates. Those were the main ones there. Because, I mean, SU3, you already noticed the improvements, and then SU4 just continues advancing that. Mirali, hopefully I pronounced that right. Hello to you. Well, if people are really, truly selling codes, I hope nobody's buying it. I mean, that would be dumb. Alright, I don't know where this airport's at now. Okay. Seems like it'll be some breaks in the clouds when we get over there. I don't know why we're climbing. It's probably because the toolbar is open. Taking over my controls, which is always annoying. Go ahead and turn off auto throttle as well. Thank you. Yeah, I've not had that issue on Or I don't remember that issue on the Xbox or PC with it downgrading its performance over time, but... Try doing full flights, like 3-hour flights. I don't do that live, because that's boring. If you want that, I'm sure there's channels that sit in this view for 5 hours, and that's the content you're looking for. You're not going to find that here. Because even the long flights that I do, they're cut down. They get edited. Very impressed by the performance so far. And yeah, it's a lot. The Xbox launch, I mean the PC launch wasn't great either. But thankfully we finally got over all that and things have gotten a lot better. And Omar, thanks for the $4.99. Thanks for the great content. And thanks for the continued support, Omar. Very much appreciate it. Do a little double check here. Okay, we're turning too much. I'm hoping these clouds will kind of break up a little bit here. Start getting some flaps in here as well. Oh, sorry. My bad. My fault, plane. Playing on regular PS5 and it's very laggy and slow. And that is quite the opposite of what I've been hearing from other people on the base PS5. But, sorry you're experiencing that. I think the airport's right over there. I think I'm vaguely seeing it. No, it should be in front of us here. I see wind turbines. Hey, Adam. Welcome, welcome. You can still sign up for it, but there's no guarantee they're sending out more codes. Because the second wave was a lot smaller. About to stall out here.
Don't sink.
Still don't see where this airport's at.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Still in front of us. We've done some stuff with the Grand Canyon and the F-18 because we did the Challenge League through there. There it is. I know the landing gear's going down. Calm down. Goodness. Yelling at me. It is quite a downpour on the other side of the airport. Oh. I was gonna go for the left one, but we may as well go for the further runway, even though we're too low already. Not by much. This is not a handcrafted airport, surprisingly. Download size is so small because you're hardly installing anything. Most of the sim is streamed. To help keep the download size low. But when the sim fully comes out on PlayStation, you'll be able to install things, so if you're not having great internet, you'll be able to download quite a bit of it, which gets you to about 430 or so gigabytes of space. I don't believe PS Plus is needed, but you'll be losing a lot of features that the sim has.
Sync rate.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
And we've arrived in Denmark with our A310 in the Pan Am livery. Is it Copenhagen Airport? It's Kastrup Airport. Come on, let's get out of reverse, please. I'm not trying to take off. Calm down. Now back in reverse. Oh, by the way, I need to see that. Because a lot of the Any Builds planes make it to where you can have it on the axis for reverse or not. I want to see if this one has it, because that'll make it a lot easier. Alright. Let's see. Reverse on throttle axis. Oh. I don't know why it's doing it anyways, because I'm not actually there. Interesting. Well, never mind. Normally you hit no and then it doesn't just automatically go into it, but cool. So there we are. Spoilers are still down. Hang on. Or up. And A-Rod, thank you for continuing to watch the streams. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, it didn't do the weird audio. So, that's nice. I don't know why I didn't do it this time, but I'm okay with it. I just realized that. Just a t-shirt, shorts, and it was -17. Very nice, green light. My kind of weather. I need to move to Antarctica. Let's not hit the building, by the way. Building's not really placed right. Those are the types of things you'll kind of run into these airports that aren't handcrafted. I mean, it's just it places buildings that think need to be there. Obviously, it's not what it actually looks like. Of course, taxiways and runways are, because that's just based off satellite imagery. But when it comes to the buildings and control towers and stuff, it'll just be randomly generated. Let's see. I like the little weather Doppler radar dome there. But yeah, I've been very much enjoying this. It's kind of one of my favorite airliners in the sim now. I like it. I like it because it has a unique look to it as well. Because that's another reason why I don't care much about airliners nowadays. Everything looks so similar between the three. You know, I mean, Embraers look a a little bit different. Their nose is a bit more pointy, but other than that, just airlines are so boring today. It's like, oh, what is that? Is that an Airbus or Boeing or, you know, it's like, oh, they all look the same. Need to get like the 727 in here and stuff. Nice, Monorific. Glad you're already enjoying it. It's nice taxiing around an airport and you're not having those stutters going on. I mean, my goodness. The crap we went through on performance in the last year. There are add-ons out there for the 777, so I mean, if you're really wanting it, you will have options. Just be prepared to spend a good amount of money. Because like I was saying, a lot of the airliners out there are very highly priced. They're typically well over $60. So, just keep that in mind. And it's all good, A-Rod. I know not everybody's always... I mean, I know we get new viewers every stream as well, so I'm all good with answering them. No problems at all. By the way, hello to the 93 folks stopping on by. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Thursday. We just finished up a flight with our Pan Am A310 going from Sweden into Denmark. We're just finishing up our taxi here. Oh, there's a gate. Did you see? I know a lot of you guys aren't from the U.S., but the 100th anniversary for American Airlines, that livery looks so cool. They need to do it for every aircraft. Get rid of that one they switched to, because the one they have now is so absolutely boring. But it has the old style on there. Oh man, it looks great. Because just like Korean Airlines, I don't like their new livery they're switching to either. Does not look great. But a really fun Airbus to fly. One of my favorite Airbus out of the ones that we get. Very cool. Alright, so before we do anything else, let me spawn back in to the sim. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of go over the ocean. Should spawn us at Contrail Alley here. And fireworks, this is PlayStation 5 Pro. I mean, Heisenberg, there's really nothing to see there, because I don't believe that's photogrammic or anything like that, so... Hang on. Spawned us in at, like, no throttle for some reason. Why are our flaps down? Sim spawns this one in a little bit weird. It also didn't spawn us in autopilot either, which is weird. That doesn't happen very often. Why is that not moving? Wow, quick flight on this is a little bit broken. Interesting. But anyways, you can see the contrail there. Look at those clouds. Ooh, that looks nice. I want to go into showcase camera though. Alright. Can you activate, please? Why are you... What is this? Oh my goodness. Whatever, we'll just try to get this thing, if I can hit the disconnect button. Just trim it out, and then, go showcase. There, close enough. And it immediately goes into a climb for some reason. Any builds, find another glitch with your plane. This thing is just spawning in weird on quick flight. Alright, just get in the showcase. There we go. Just want to see this from outside. And Mohammed, no, I'm not using a flight stick. This is all my PlayStation gameplay is with the DualSense controller. And nice, Nathan. You're gonna love it. You really are. I mean, it's been awesome. I sold my PC. No, definitely still have it. It's there. But yeah, don't those clouds look amazing? Kinda wanna make a picture of this here, hang on. Change the exposure there. This is when I see these types of scenes, like I can't believe people are still complaining about clouds on the forums. Like I don't know what they're looking at, but they look sweet. We'll just finish this orbit here. Yeah, they are, Omar. There's like a whole thread about, I don't know. I don't know what they're freaking out about. There's far too much complaining on that forum. I guess they're getting mad because there's less to complain about. So they just find other things to freak out about for whatever reason. Because all I know right from this shot, I think the clouds look phenomenal. I mean, just, that looks like a realistic picture. What in the world? Alright, one more. But anyways, there's the contrails, and we just happened to run into some great cloud formations over here over the ocean. But there we go. That was sweet. Absolutely love it. Oh, by the way, you can see our contrail in the world map, too. Alright. It does, Adam, and there is mouse and keyboard support, yes. Keyboard's a bit glitchy on the beta, but obviously when it fully releases, it'll be good. But yeah, mouse and keyboard are supported. Oh, yeah, I mean, I hardly look at the forums. The only reason I go to the forums is to post my own things I find. I don't really read through them anymore. It's just, there's so much random negativity in there. And I think it's gotten to the point where the only people that are really negative for the most part, obviously there's still things to work on in the sim, don't get me wrong. But it seems like a majority of people are ones that are just never going to be satisfied no matter what the sim is like. So they complain to complain at that point, so that's the way I look at it and why I don't use the forum too much other than to report my findings and stuff like that. But cool, so, anything, I mean, okay, people have always wanted to see, like, the Middle East and stuff like that. I mean, there's not going to be too much to see because it's not photogrammic imagery. So, I mean, like, if you fly over Baghdad, I'll just kind of show it. It'll look pretty much like the other stuff that we've flown over in Middle East. I did not mean it. We're not doing A310. As much as I love flying it, we'll do something else. Oh, crap. No, hang on. I think somebody else was wanting to see something and I never wrote it down. Right, I did write it down. Kingsland, Norfolk. I need to do that first. I'm sorry. They were asking for that earlier, so I need to... that's Newcastle. Is Norfolk way up here? Kingsland, Norfolk. I can't forget that. I can't get over those clouds, though. That was awesome. Kingsland, Norfolk, England. Oh, no, it's down here. There it is. Nothing specifically handcrafted there. We shall do that in... Let's go in this guy. I don't like it too much. I love the AG truck better, but we'll still fly it anyways. It's all good. And we're going to bring this to daytime. We're also going to switch the weather to live. And there we go. Let's see what's going on in Kingsland, England. And Random Reynolds, I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. Game Pass is too expensive and all the games I play are all coming to PlayStation anyway, so kind of pointless going with Xbox anymore. That's kind of where I'm at too, Nathan. It's been really, like, the strategy that Xbox has been having lately has been really disappointing. After they raised Game Pass Ultimate, I canceled that. I don't need all that extra crap of Fortnite crew and whatever else they are adding to it. So it's just very odd indeed. And Kevin, I believe it supports HDR, yes. I just don't have fancy monitors, so everything I fly is 1080p. So... Oh, the lighting in the clouds looks insane. Have you seen the game in HDR? Well, again, I know I'm just catching up through chat, but you don't believe I have HDR support on my 1080p monitor, Oliver. And Juan, hi, back for the daily dose of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Happy to have you back, Juan. Fly in a desert. We can go into Africa. I want to kind of fly... Well, Sahara's kind of disappointing. But I like flying in... Oh, we need to fly in an area I really like in Saudi Arabia. And almost, Aaron. I think you're hooked as well. Very nice. Glad you've been enjoying it immensely to be in the sim that long. That's awesome. And Phoenix, I do not have a 787 in the beta build. If I did, I would definitely showcase it for you. How do you know it's not photogrammic imagery? Because you can see it's just default buildings. A lot of the default buildings are gray. They don't have too much color to them. So you can tell right off the bat. And they're just generic buildings too, so hang on, let me... You can see they're just plopped on there, and that's how you can tell between photogrammic and not photogrammic, because they're all just buildings on top of the older satellite imagery down there, which again is why the imagery on the ground is blurry, is because it's older imagery from Bing Maps. Can you look, or if you find a Royal Air Maroc plane? I don't even know what that means. But I can guarantee it's probably not here. Hang on, I need to find it as we fly over here. Royal Air Maroc. I guess it's an airline? Oh yeah, that's definitely not in the sim. I can tell you right now, it's not in the sim at the moment. I'm sure there's some third-party developers that have made liveries for it, but it's not in the default sim, no matter what edition you get. Yesterday did an emergency landing in the PC-12 belly landing, and it sounded so good. The grinding noise. Oh, I don't know if that... I definitely wouldn't want to hear that in real life, but I'm glad you enjoyed the audio, Omar. Hey, the Mr. Towno Cow. Have we had anyone like me here who has got a second wave beta code? Definitely have. We definitely have. And Monorific, I mean, you can start wherever you wish. We can do a water landing, yes. We can do that, Monty. And Elliot, how long was your flight? Which one? Because the ones on the stream, they don't last too long. Especially when we're doing this test stuff. We're just kind of picking random things and flying around. But longest flight in general in the sim was 10 hours. So far from what I've kind of done. I don't really do the long flights too much unless it's in career mode. So I really wish we'd had the Albatross, because that is the best aircraft in the sim for water landings. We did the Goose a few streams ago. Let's just fly this guy. I haven't flown him in a while, so I don't know what his water effects look like. But he's a behemoth, so... He is a behemoth. Oh, no, hang on. God dang it. I want it on the ground, thanks. Forgot to do that. Sobo, I keep asking for this, but if we change the time, can we save the time it's at instead of it always resetting when you go back to the world map? Thank you. That would be nice. It's not too much of a pain, but still it would be nice. Henrik, the setup I'm using is a PlayStation 5 Pro and flying with a DualSense controller. On Xbox and PC, I have a Thrustmaster HOTAS 1. This doesn't even have its interior from a distance there. This is a 2020 plane that's just, I don't even know why it's really in the 24 lineup, but it is. So, honestly not really sure this is going to have much going on, because I don't really like flying the 2020 planes in 24, so we'll see what happens. It doesn't look like it has much of an effect, actually. It doesn't have any oh, it gets there once it gets moving. But it's not as exciting as I was hoping it would be. And this is why I don't fly these. And this is kind of why I don't fly a lot of the Aviator Edition planes, which is why I don't really recommend it. Because a lot of it's just kind of like, you know, they're cool planes, and then they're just not really fun to fly or that exciting. So hang on, I'll just go in the Goose. Because at least we know it's, I mean, it's still a little glitchy on that too, but it's a lot more exciting to look at than that one. Because I don't think anything else has floats. Oh, we have a CL4. We can do that. We'll do that. We haven't flown that yet. I kind of forgot about it because this one's weird in career mode, so. But we'll fly it here in this. This has good water spray effects. Alright. You order Premium Deluxe. First, what I do is flying above Casablanca and Nader, my country of Morocco. Very nice, Heisenberg, very nice. Sounds like a good first flight. Do you think there will be a world update for the Middle East? Probably not. Because again, to get that photogrammic imagery, you need the country's permission. A lot of countries want money. A lot of countries just don't allow it in general. And things like that. So it's just, it's all dependent on the countries and stuff. So some are easier to get the photogrammic imagery for, while others are quite difficult. So is this... Why is this not booting up? Oh, man. Oh, I think I know why. Because there's covers on it, isn't... Yeah, hang on. You know, I think if you spawn on the water, it probably can just have all this stuff off of here instead of walking on the water. Because it's kind of a pain doing it on the water. But alright. I think there's still something on the nose, is there? Yep. Alright, there we go. I was like, why is this thing not starting on up? And that's why. Alright, let me keep catching up here. I mean, there's skydiving missions, but you're not the one skydiving. But yeah, we were talking about that before. It'd be cool to do that in the sim. And you can turn off the photogrammic imagery, but in the whole... I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. But it's up to you. And you're welcome, Norfolk. Alright, let's get going here. Surface lock is unlocked. But yeah, in career mode, you gotta be really cautious with this, because the engines die within, like, minutes of... of doing the firefighting missions with it, which is really annoying because I love flying this thing, but it can be a pain. Let's go fill this thing up here. And Simon's welcome, welcome. This thing's really weird on the throttle. I gotta get used to it. Sorry about the crap landing there. I don't know why we're bouncing so weird either. Especially since it's not a wavy water. I'm not sure what's happening. But like I said, it's a cool plane, but it still needs work. It acts very, very odd. Because as I've also said, the Albatross is the best water plane in the sim. The developer for that one just did such a great job. And that's part of the deluxe edition. Probes up. Come on. Armed. And then drop the water! Alright, let me do another landing here. Because I need to see where the indent is, too. Because for whatever reason, they have an indent before you get to ground idle. This feels like it goes into reverse, though. Yeah, it's just, and now we're nose diving into the ground. Very good. I don't know why it does that. I don't understand it. Because this isn't even going into reverse. Okay, I don't want to hit that. Because this is reverse after that, but it doesn't even move down there. It's really weird. Again, a really cool plane, but I don't like it. There's just things that are weird with it. See, like right now it already went into reverse. It goes into reverse too early, so it's a bit of a bug going on with it. So. Because you can hear the engine switch, and it's sitting at flight idle. I don't know. Don't know why it's doing that, but obviously not supposed to be doing that. So we'll just get this thing on the ground and then we'll put it back in the hangar, because that's why I don't fly it much. Because we're not slowing down enough, because I can't go any slower, because it just goes into reverse for whatever reason. And when you go into reverse, it pulls up for some reason as well. I don't know. Very weird, but there's the CL415. Not my favorite plane in the sim. Alright, I need to catch up with chat. I'm sorry, I'm like so far behind now. And Leigh Simmons, hopefully you're doing great. Welcome to the stream. Alright, see you later, Aviation. Can you check out Skardu International Airport in Pakistan? I guess so. You remember where all that's at here? Let me just type it in. Skardu International Airport. Alright, so it's south of Kyrgyzstan, north of India, kind of in this area here. Oh. Is this it? Apparently it is. Very nice. Found that rather quickly. Let's just spawn over here. Nope, not in the CL415. I've had enough. Oh, and then it crashed. It's actually the first time it's crashed on me in a while. Good, gives me a chance to catch up here. And Schiphol Airport, I'll add that to the list. The Harm Pi 78. Pole Airport. Have I tried flying over my location? Oh, it's great in Colorado. Again, Monorific, if you're joining a beta, you're getting a separate profile for career mode. I get Jaws 2 vibes every time you do this. What is my favorite airliner? I mean, the A310 is the best one, but I don't fly airlines much. They don't. I do it for test streams like this, just to kind of fly low and all that. And then I do it from time to time in career mode, but they're not my favorite things in the world. They are quite boring to me. Airlines. How do you access the flight plan on console? I've recently been testing the beta. You get to the flight plan by doing what you'll see here in the next few moments. Alright, so let me get rid of the CL415. No wonder the sim crashed. I got sick of flying that thing. And I completely understand. Let's just get in the Bonanza here. I haven't flown the Bonanza. And let's head over into... Was it here? It was. Skardu. Looks a bit snowy over here. Which, of course, is live weather, so... What do you think over the mic... Oh, what? What do you think about 2024? I love it. Have well over 1,500 hours in the sim on PC, Xbox. Over 52 hours now on the PlayStation version of it. And couldn't be happier with it. Icefields Parkway at low altitude in the fall, leaving from Banff International Airport, Alberta, Canada, as this is going to be my first flight. Very nice, Kevin. Banff. Airport in fall. Well, we're in fall, so it'll work out. Oh, and ICJs, that'll be fun. There are skydiving missions. Not sure if there's anything around Mount Fuji, though. Uh-oh. Oh. Goodness gracious, I keep forgetting about this now. Come on, Chalk. I don't know why some planes have an absolute pain of getting the chocks off. It's always the left tire. That's alright. There we go. Much better. Does the settings have performance and quality mode? No. Great to watch you play. Never played Flight Sim before, so are really looking forward to this on PS5. Finally something totally new gameplay-wise, but is not too hard for a total rookie. There's a bunch of assists you can turn on, so if you're looking for things to help you out with flying, you have a ton of different things that you can turn on in order to help you out flying. Again, I recommend going into general aviation with planes like this, or the Cessna 172, and just going into free flight. And going from that, our synthetic vision still broke on some of these aircraft. It's okay, we'll kind of deal with it. Won't be flying here too long. Alright, before we do anything else, you access your flight plan by opening the EFB, going to Flight Planner, and then if you already created some flight plans that you're interested in going back to, you can always import them, and then load plan file. We have a couple of them that we've made in the past, right here, and then you can hit confirm and it'll bring it to the EFB. But if you were trying to do something right off the fly, right where you're at, so like let's say we want Oscar Papa Sierra Delta as a departure airport. Oscar Papa Sierra Delta. And what's the closest airport here? Or what's the first one we see? We're not going to do the flight, but okay, there's a whole lot of nothing going on right now. There's something. Oscar Papa India Sierra OPIS. So let's go ahead and scroll down to Arrival Airport. Confirm that, and there we go. We already have our... Oh, hang on, I don't know why the cursor always disappears there. But we have a basic little flight plan. It's a direct flight. If we wanted to add some other stuff, like waypoints, we can do that too. Let me find a... There's not a whole lot of waypoints going on over here. We'll just put this in here. Just put OP. Oh, I want to have something else. Here, let's put this one in here. S, is that a G? Here, also let me increase the size here so you can see it better. There's one. SRN 40, perfect. Let's add that to our flight plan just because. And then add. And you can see it's been added to our flight plan. So instead of a direct route, we can add those waypoints, as many as we want. You can see the time it takes to get to that destination in our aircraft. And of course you can do procedures and all that from there as well. And then once you go down into performance, you can set the cruise altitude. Right now it's set to 18,500 because it's flight level 185. If it was flight level 330, that's 33,000, all that good stuff. But we'll keep it basic for now with the route. So let's say you really like this route, you want to save it for other flights. You'll hit save, save as plan file. And let's just give it a fantastic name of Test 2. So now in the future, if we ever want to do this flight over again with other planes, we'll be able to hit import, load plan file, and there it is. So now that everything's done, we can go ahead and send it to ATC and avionics, and you'll notice in the plane, we now have that flight plan set up, all ready to go. Again, don't mind our synthetic vision. It's been a little weird on some of these aircraft, so. And that's how you do a flight plan with the EFB in the sim. You can, of course, do that from the world map as well, if you so choose. I don't know why this thing is not turning very good. It's not really turning at all. Okay. guess I regret picking the Bonanza. Really nice scenery around here, though. Alright, let me try to catch up with chat again. Oh my, you guys have chatted a lot. I love it. What's the max amount of players in a multiplayer flight? I think it's 50, if I'm not mistaken, just like PC and Xbox. Hey, Eddie! Welcome to the stream. There will never be increased crash physics because the manufacturers are not going to allow that. So that'll never happen. And to be honest, I don't know why people want to see the crashes anyways. I definitely don't want to see that. And neither do the manufacturers, so that will never happen. And nice, Todd. Deluxe Edition's a great one to go for. Fly to Singapore. We can add Singapore to the list. And Newman, all the New Zealand airport, every airport in the world is in the sim. Well, they're definitely not easy to fly in the sim because they're not made correctly. Regarding the CL415. Andy, this is the beta. That's how we're playing already. Overall experience on the PS5, it's fantastic. Southwest Airlines is not in the game, but there are third-party developers who have made liveries with them. Or with, not really with them, they just kind of did it themselves. I'm not sure how that even works, because I doubt they're getting permission to do that, so... but yeah. They have training missions and all that stuff, Tackleberry. And I appreciate it, Arkham. Glad you enjoy the streams. What are your thoughts on fighter? I mean, I don't really... Similar to airliners, I don't really care too much about flying the fighter jets, because there's really not much point. You know, it's just... They're fun to mess with, but not something that I'm interested in very much of. We've flown quite a bit of them, though. And we can always do another one. We can go in the A10 if you want to see that. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Because pretty much if a plane doesn't support career mode, I'm not flying it too much. Because I don't do free flight much when I'm playing on my own. Alright, let me get this thing in autopilot here, and then we can do some... showcase shots here. Perfect. And also let me bring the prop RPM down. Probably not that much. There we go. Excellent. Military bases, anything that's an airport in real life is available to use in the sim. There's no actual restrictions in the sim. You can go to Area 51, you can do all that. Is that a sim brief? What we just did? No, that's included in the sim. There's no subscriptions or anything needed. But you can use it if you have that. Sorry if this has been asked already, just jumped in. What kind of FPS are you getting? It's around 60 for sure, Nick, on the Pro. No doubt about it. Hello, Finn. Welcome back. It is not out on PlayStation. This is the beta. It's coming out December 8th, and if you have the Deluxe or Premium Deluxe version of the sim, you'll be able to fly on December 3rd. Go ahead and not slam into the mountain over here. And I'm almost caught up with chat again. Did not mean to hit that button. Go away. I love the like icy water here. Has that nice reflection going on. Russell, no ideas of the end date for the beta. I mean, they just sent out a smaller second wave of codes yesterday, so it seems like it'll be going for a little bit longer. I highly doubt it's going to be a beta that goes up until the end, you know, next to the release. But who knows? We'll see. No doubt, A-Rod. I love doing them. Hey, Neil. Welcome to the stream. Very odd, Russell. Haven't noticed anything weird with audio since the first flight we did, actually. Everything else has been pretty fantastic. And Christian, yeah, it's just the DualSense that came with the PS5 Pro. But there we go. Very nice suggestion here. Beautiful scenery. And yes, the planes that you see flying around in the sim are real-life aircraft being piped into the sim. That is correct. Alright, what was next on our list here? Banff Airport. Which I forgot specifically where that's at. Oh, that's in Canada. Which should be some very nice stuff. Oh, New Zealand. I mean, if you're asking for handcrafted airports, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like about 5. Nope, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's quite a few of them. But yeah, every single of those white dots you see. Here, hang on. Let me get rid of the clouds really quick. Kind of in the way here. There we go. All the white dots that you're seeing in New Zealand here are airports. And I think some oil rigs as well, I'm assuming. Oh, no, that's just AI planes. Never mind. So, again, it's a mix of that. Let me see. Can I turn that off really quick? No. No, I can, but it's going to take forever. Either way, every airport in New Zealand and in the world is in the sim. You can see all the different icons going on there. But yep, every airport, every heliport, every glider port is in the simulator. So anyways, back to Canada. Got Stuart. I know it's somewhere around here. I need to... Oh, it's down here to the left. There it is. There it is. I guess we'll do a helicopter because I'm not seeing an airport. Is there an airport just outside the mountain? Because it'd be kind of cool to fly in there. Yeah, let's do that. It's a little off-road grass runway here. Get the cursor over here. And we'll go in the Cub. Shouldn't be too far away, is it? You know what, here. We're going to go ahead and create our own airport. Let's spawn right here. And hopefully that'll be... That's not what I meant to hit. Very good. There, we'll do this. How can we get the beta on PS5? You go to flightsimulator.com/insider registration, and then from there you sign up for a chance. They did the second wave yesterday. It was a smaller one, so there's no guarantee that you'll get into the beta. So just keep that in mind. Not hard at all to get into, Eddie. There's plenty of assists and things that'll help out people that have not flown at all. Nice. I always love the ambient birds and animals and city noise and stuff when you're next to those. ADZ, there's no date, and there's also no definitive answer if there's going to be a third wave. Because the second one was already smaller, so it's hard to tell if there's going to be anything new. Aw, crap. We don't have autopilot in this, do we? Well, we're going to be trimming this thing out. It's going to be a bit bumpy here. That's actually going to be quite bumpy. This might not work out. Oh, I reloaded something just now. Surprisingly, no dirt effects here. I don't know why. Oh boy. Oh, we're off the ground. Let's not hit this one tree that's in front of us, by the way. That was conveniently placed. Get those flaps up. It always likes reloading here. I don't know why it's doing that. Might be because of all the trees, but we'll see. Alright, let me try to get this thing trimmed. If it's a pain, I'm just gonna switch to one that has autopilot. There we go. Good enough. We've flown in quite a few non-handcrafted ones in the stream so far. As a matter of fact, most of the airports we spawned at, like the one we just were at over in, I think it was Pakistan or whatever, that was not handcrafted. So the difference between the two is handcrafted means it'll look exactly like it does in real life, with terminals and tower and all that. Non-handcrafted is just random buildings placed. at the airport. But the runways and taxiways, no matter if it's handcrafted or not, will be just like they are in real life because I can get that data from the satellite imagery. Shannon Airport, absolutely playing channel. Let me add it to the list. Shane? No, Shannon. Shannon Airport. Thanks, Cowtown. I can't wait to play. Very nice, Eddie. Not too much further to wait. This was a #1 plane for a long time. Still can't land a tail dragger to save my life, though. It's alright, you'll get there shredding. I honestly have not been to the marketplace since the PlayStation 1 came out. So I honestly haven't been really paying attention. I really haven't noticed anything too crazy, though, recently. Can you show LHR next? Not next, but I'll add it to the list. Say hello to Brazil. Well, Andre, hello to Brazil. You know what? Hang on. I know what this needs. I know exactly what this needs, because that's going to take too long. And we don't have time for that. Somebody was wanting to see it? Oh, okay. Really? It doesn't pop up with that? Really? There. That's how we'll fly through here. Show LGW. Hello, we're up in Canada, Daniel. Oh, already pulling too many G's. Hang on. There'll probably be a couple freezes here. I don't know why. It really likes to reload things for some reason, we've noticed. So just keep that in mind. Or not load at all. Sobo, I found an area that it's not doing what it needs to do. I think that's why we're having those weird freezes. Because it's still not loading it in. Here we go. It's starting. Now it's like, oh, hang on. I need to load here. Still not loading it in. There we go. It's getting there. Still not done. Yeah, it's just, I don't think it likes this part of Canada in the sim. There we go. Now we're Now we're there. Trees are here. Everybody's happy. All is well. Oh, not here still. Yeah, the sim is not liking this area at all. This is like the first place we've flown to in 50 hours where it's been doing that. We'll give it a bit more time. I mean, we did just drop in. It had to reload everything. There's a lot of trees to load in, so we'll give it a little break. I think we're golden, though. It really didn't like that beginning part of the pass there. Look at that peak. What in the world is that? It's not blackout here. Oh. Hang on, let me fix that problem. A little too much afterburner going on there. No more fuel low. Fly at night. I mean, I don't know why people want to see night so much, especially out here over the mountains, but I'll do it. There you go. Hopefully you're enjoying that footage. Alright, that's enough of that. Wasn't that exciting? And now my weather... Oh. Come back. There we go. It is, Andre. It is. Pilot's pulling too many G's. But a very nice area here. Very nice. Let's see here. Is sim rating the PlayStation version? I'm sure it is. Don't know what the button is because don't use it on any platform. But I'm sure it's there. No, that was the first time I've ever seen that happen. So 51 hours, I think the sim's doing pretty good. Just something with the data that gets streamed in through there that's kind of glitching out. Alright, next is Singapore. Which... I always get all this stuff confused down here. Obviously China. Further down here. Let's see. Ooh, I'm close. Or was close, it's over here. No handcrafted airports. But there are some POIs to look at least. I'm not worried about combat stuff. I'm just somebody wanted to see fighters. I don't care about them in the sim. I just wanted to showcase it for somebody else. Because again, fighters and airliners do not interest me that much. But again, no photogrammic imagery here. Gotta make it daytime so it'll get bright again. Are we not? Oh, we're not in autopilot. What in the world? I thought we were. That's all. Oh, everything's flying nice. There we go. Also, altitude hold mode, please. And let's go fly over Singapore really quick. We'll head over here where the POI areas are, because I know they did some of the buildings, but those were just made specifically for it. Let's see here. I'm really enjoying your content. Keep it coming. Love your chill delivery. That's awesome, Ben. That's what I do here. I mean, it's just, this is my content all the time. So glad you're enjoying it, and happy to have you here in the stream. Because I know they have that hotel in here, maybe? I don't really know. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hang on. To the left. Ah, I keep forgetting to hit the button and then do the trigger. Oops. Sorry, plane. But see, this is just random buildings and not photogrammic. You can see it's a lot of boring beige buildings, and primarily why I don't fly in areas like this. But if people want to see a specific area, we'll of course go to it. Oops, didn't mean to do that much of a turn, but that works out. Oh. Oh, why don't they have any? I thought these have, I don't know, some of the POIs are still needing some work in Sim Update 4, because I'm pretty sure these were lit up before, but they are not at the moment. But anyways, you get the point. It's Singapore. All that good stuff. It's gonna get bright again. What happens if you open the window? There's no window to open. I mean, there's this one, but I don't think this one's open. Some of them you can open. Obviously, you can have it open at until a certain speed in the aircraft. But if you're overspeeding and all that stuff, and it'll just crash you, and then you'll respawn. And absolutely, Kevin, it was a beautiful area. I mean, I'm not surprised. Drove through it a couple years ago and was awesome. But anyways, there's Singapore. Don't really hang out at the non-photogrammic areas too much. Just thought we'd showcase some of the POIs there. Alright, Shannon Airport, which I forgot where that was at specifically, so let me find out. Ah, that's right, it's in Ireland. It's in Ireland. There it is. Again, not a handcrafted airport, so whoever was asking that before, you can see it. You know what? I'm kind of in the mood for a glider. Let's just glide around a little bit. over Shannon Airport in Ireland. And Juan, you want to see Madrid? We can do Madrid. I'll add it to the list. We got a couple more in front of you, but we'll get there. But yeah, so that's what a non-handcrafted airport is. It's just trying to fill in the space based off satellite imagery knowledge and filling it in with a random building. And of course, handcrafted means it'll actually look like it does in real life. This is a very heavily tinted canopy window. And as usual, we are using live weather. GSR, it is R1, and then right stick up and down to trim. What is this noise? It is what glider pilots use to figure out where updrafts are. The louder the noise, the more updraft that you're running into. That's how gliders know where to go and how to keep up into the air. We can, of course, turn it off. I don't really need it, per se, for this, since we're not doing a full flight. I don't even know where the switch is on this. I'm not very versed in gliders, so I'm not an expert in that. I'll just turn off the battery. Oh, no, don't want to do that, please. There you go. You don't want to hear it anymore. But yep, that is what the noise is. They should add a tourist mode. It's pretty much world photographer mode that you're talking about there. Brings you to all kinds of different cool places in the world. And is a great way to explore the sim. And yeah, for most planes, everything is operational. I mean, you're going to have some in-op stuff, but for the most part, most of it is available to use. There we go. Let's try to land this. This is gonna go very poorly, I'm sure, but so we got our trim, we got speed brakes, landing gear. Let's get those down. And yes, I am playing this on a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. Little speed brake in there. A little bit more. And then what we'll do is we'll just bleed off that airspeed as we go down. Slowly get closer to the ground. pretty sure I struck the tail before we got the gear down. Oops. Oh no, there's a little... It's probably more intentional, because it probably has that. Because the tail's going to be hitting the ground anyways after landing, so we're good. Everything's fine. I don't know why that's... Oh, because I'm... Wait, why is it doing that? I don't know, but now I got the wing... I got distracted and the wing's on the ground. I don't know why it was fighting with me so much on the speed brakes there. Well, it was a good landing until I wasn't paying attention anymore. I could have hit the brakes too. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But still, happy with that landing. Should have just left the speed brakes alone and not worried about it. But alright, there's Shannon, Ireland. Or Shannon Airport, I should say. So hopefully I can just put in LHR, because people didn't put in the extra part, so I'm going to assume it'll find it. No. So yeah, people need to kind of come back and specify. Is it KLHR? LHR Airport. Oh, it's Heathrow? Oh. We've been there already, but we can go back there. I mean, it's not a handcrafted air... We're gonna go to a handcrafted airport. I'm sick of not handcrafted airports. We've been to too many of them at this point. Because I believe Heathrow is... Hang on. So the deluxe edition of Flight Sim comes with 5 extra handcrafted airports of O'Hare International, Adolfo Ceres Madrid Airport, Amsterdam, Cairo, and Cape Town. So there's that, and then what does Premium Deluxe come with? Denver, Dubai, Frankfurt, Heathrow, and San Francisco. So if you get Premium Deluxe, Heathrow is going to be a handcrafted airport there. But we can still fly over it. I just want to spawn... We'll do this one. Farnborough, and then we'll head over to Heathrow from there. I just want to show a handcrafted one as opposed to just seeing the same thing over and over again. I'll go back into Vision Jet, do something quick. I think that's just a regular hangar. Where's the main terminal at? I guess it's over here somewhere. And Fabian, I think it's Fabian. Yep, we're almost there. And Juan, no, the PSVR 2 is not going to be in a future beta build. It'll just be something that we see next year. There might be a separate beta for it, maybe, but it's definitely not going to be in this stretch here. We've been here before. That's okay. Oh. You get rid of all this here. I always love when the airports have open hangars and everything. But now you can see the difference between just a randomly generated airport with buildings plopped there and handcrafted airports there. And Sean, no idea if they're going to be releasing more. They did a second wave yesterday, and it was a smaller one, so it's really up in the air if it's going to be something that they do more of or not. So we'll see. Heathrow is not handcrafted unless you get Premium Deluxe version of the sim. Of course, you can always get from other people that have made Heathrow from the marketplace. But yeah, if you just go standard, it will not be handcrafted. Okay, and the marketplace will be available when it's not in a beta state. Which is why I'm saying when the sim releases, you'll be able to go to the marketplace and get Heathrow from other developers if you so choose. And Monorific, yes, you can go into career mode and set up where you want to start. Obviously, again, since the beta gives you a separate profile, you're not going to be able to see that until it fully releases when you start career from scratch. Because joining the beta, you're not going to be seeing that. And Garcia, all of my 51 hours has been played with the DualSense controller. So the answer to your question is yes. It can absolutely be played with just a controller if you so choose. Hey Martins, enjoying the live feed. Is it worth the extra money for the enhanced airports on PS5? I think so. Because, I mean, personally, I'll be getting the premium deluxe version of the sim. That's what I've been getting since 2020, so I wasn't going to change it now. Because it's just nice getting those extra planes and, of course, the extra handcrafted airports as well. I meant even after the beta they said they'll release third-party add-ons next spring. I highly doubt that. Plus, I've never seen anything directly from Asobo stating anything of the sort. So... And Defender, right now, the T-Flight HOTUS 4 from Thrustmaster is the only one confirmed. I'm sure we'll be getting some more confirmations from other peripheral manufacturers about supporting PlayStation here between now and the release. Alright, let's make sure we're heading over to Heathrow so that we can see the non-handcrafted version of it. Oh, we're heading straight for it. Nice. That was convenient. Oops. Need to do that. Sorry, plane. It's fantastic, Blue Mesh. And just P2. On PS5 Pro, it's definitely hitting 60. Absolutely, Martins. No problem at all. You don't have to download anything. I mean, you can have the handcrafted airports, the regular airports, everything streamed if you so choose. Which again, just in case you don't know, that's how I play the sim on every platform from PC to Xbox and now PlayStation. Everything is streamed. I don't download anything specifically after the initial download. I think we were at Newcastle already, but I'll do it again anyways. It's been a little bit, Stuart, so I'll add that to our list. We've got a couple in front of you. That won't take too long. And I think I'm seeing Heathrow right there. There's a lot of handcrafted airports. There's probably about 250 around the world. So I'm not going to list off all of them, but there's a lot. A lot of British Airways as well. And again, if you get the Premium Deluxe, you do get a handcrafted version of Heathrow. And that A380 is doing nonsense. It'll be nice when we get to a day where the AI is not weird. Because, goodness gracious, they are something else. And while we're here, we may as well fly over London. Because if I'm not mistaken, should be right over here. Yes. Perfect. This heading is perfect. We'll pretty much hit all the sweet spots. And then we'll move on to the next destination here. Also with rolling cache, I've never changed that setting on PC, Xbox, and I also have not changed it on PlayStation. So all the footage I've ever done over Flight Sim is what it's defaulted to, and it runs and looks great. So I've never touched it. It seems like people that mess with it just make more issues on their sim than anything. But yeah, I've never messed with that personally. Alright, here, I'm going to get rid of the live weather. It looks nice, but obviously people are wanting to see stuff, so I don't want to get in the clouds and then not see anything. Oh, I didn't mean live time. Crap. I always see live, and I'm like, I don't want that. There we go. Angry Duck, we're over London. I don't believe you can fly through the gap in Tower Bridge, just for the fact that I believe it has a hit marker. Or hit marker, goodness gracious, a hitbox. Don't even know what I'm talking about, hit marker. But we can try it, if you so wish. A new sim update for pre-release test build. Very nice. What's in that one? They've been releasing more and more. This must be a smaller one though, because this was a short gap. 1.6 or 1.6.16.0. Oh yeah, it's a short one. Fixed a crash occurring when switching anti-aliasing. Added new multiplayer replication models, option high fidelity simplified. Interesting. Fixed an issue that could lead to out of memory, fixed HUD color randomly changing, fixed an issue with the unbind button, fixed an issue where the user had to be hovered over on a text box and multiplayer chat field to be able to type into it. Search and rescue, fixed rescuer not going down while hovering over a target. Airports fixed floating lights when launching a flight. My library fixed the community content not appearing individually in my library. And activities training fixed briefing text in VFR. Departure training to match new navigation log in EFB. And there we go. So a small update. We've already flown into Area 51. I mean, it's there. There's random buildings placed there, and that's about it. And Sean, it's definitely 60. In front of us, or is it around these towers? I always forget. We'll just follow the river. We should have a small enough wingspan for it. There it is. I'm gonna guess it has a hitbox, but we'll see. Hey, it doesn't. Look at that. And there you go. Unbelievable. Well, there you go. A little bit of London. And we might as well fly over this as well. but very nice. There's a bit of London in the sim. Alright, next up is... Oh, crap, where did my list go? Hang on, there it is. LGW. Is that Gatwick? It is Gatwick. Again, don't think it's a handcrafted airport. It should be over here, isn't it? What are these codes people are giving me here? It's EGKK. What in the world? But yeah, not handcrafted, so we're not going to spend really any time there, I don't think. I'll just pop in there so you can see it, but we're not going to do much here. And the Evo, very nice. Very nice indeed. The biggest thing, I mean, if you've never flown in flight sims before, just have patience. It's going to take some time to get used to. Hop in a Cessna 172. I'll show what the plane that is. But yeah, and there's Gatwick. Again, not handcrafted, so I'm not going to spend too much time with it. But you can see it and the surrounding areas. But yeah, just take your time with it, have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously right off the bat. It'll just be something to kind of get used to. Highly recommend for new players going into settings and then turning on the assists. That'll also help out. And then as you get more comfortable with the sim, you can start getting those assists off and everything like that. I always recommend having the assists on for helicopters. Unless you have a full helicopter sim in your room, highly recommend these assists being on for helicopters anyways. But yeah, so just kind of have everything on when you first boot it up. And then as you get more comfortable with it, you can, of course, turn those off and then kind of work your way through other aircraft as well. Can you fly over prisons? You can fly over anything because it's a full recreation of Earth. So all the airports are here. I mean, not everything's going to be like photogrammic prisons, but there'll be buildings in the areas that prisons are at. As a matter of fact, I can showcase it. Let me go to the Alcatraz of the Rockies, because I think that might be photogrammic. And I can give you your answer right there. And welcome to Florence. I might not actually be. Well, we'll find out. Anyways, this is the plane I suggest starting off with. We'll fly it around a little bit. It's a great starter plane and one to really kind of just get the hang of the sim in general. Frost advisory. Nice. Will the excessive object pop-in be eliminated if you download the full 400 gigabytes to console? No, I wouldn't think so, David. Because, I mean, it might help a little bit with it, but would it eliminate it fully? Probably not. If this doesn't work, we'll go to Alcatraz, because I know that's in the sim. So yeah, this isn't photogrammic, but you can see the prison layout behind us. But this is the Cessna 172. It's a great starter plane. It's what most people fly in real life to start things on off in their aviation career. And obviously it's a great one to dive into right away in the sim as well. It's really easy to fly. It's a fun one to fly. Obviously not going to be fast, but still a great way to kind of learn the sim, get used to the controls, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so this is a randomly generated building prison here. But you still see the satellite imagery of it. in all that. And then, if we go to San Francisco, let's go say hello to Alcatraz. Alright, see you later, Finn. Thanks for stopping on by. The A380 is not in any of the editions, no, Matthew.
Salinas Airport Information Hotel, 2000 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15.
I do not need ATIS going on here. Why are you on right now?
ILS runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway 26. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All
Let me go a little bit lower here. But anyways, hopefully that answers the prison question. Oh, there's the Alcatraz ferry. Going to Alcatraz, of course. Be kind of cool for these types of areas if they would actually model the boat, too. That's still cool seeing the ship in there. And while we're here, we may as well see the Golden Gate Bridge. What does a crash look like? It looks like a black screen, and then you're back up and flying. That's what a crash looks like. Oh. And the crash physics will never change, so. Could you go close to the terminals, as on Xbox they don't load? You talking about like handcrafted one, Matt? Because we can go to a handcrafted one and I can showcase it. We can go to a busy one. Just want to see Golden Gate really quick. Again, shadows in external view are broken. I've been saying that. They're fine in every other view. If that's what we're talking about. But if we're talking about POI stuff, I mean, some of it's going to be just kind of how it is, without it's loading in. And Sean, yeah, we've flown in the Grand Canyon, but I can do it again, that's fine. Sorry if it's been asked before, but have you heard if there are any plans to integrate the AIATC tools, like say intentions into the PS5 version? It'll probably never happen because you need to have external software installed in order to make that work on PC, and that type of stuff just is not allowed on console. So probably not, unless somehow it gets integrated in the sim itself, but I also doubt that. So the answer to that is no currently. Nope, didn't abandon Xbox and PC, just going on the newest platform, one that we've hardly had any time in. I've had thousands of hours of content for Xbox and PC, and not much has changed between those two since we last played it last week. So that's why we're focused on the PlayStation version, because it's new, it's a new platform, and yeah, that's about it. Anywho's, let's go to... I want to go somewhere we haven't gone to yet. Let's go to Leipzig. And we'll just spawn on in here. Alright, see you later, llama. We'll be back eventually. I mean, it's just... yeah. Anyways. What would you guess the approximate... I mean, we can go to Prague, but I don't think it's anything handcrafted. I'm trying to go somewhere that's handcrafted. I don't think Prague is. I could be wrong. We'll check it out after this. But we're checking out handcrafted stuff at the moment. It's just so funny to me, though. Like, I haven't done Xbox and PC for a whopping 6 days, and it's like, have you abandoned it? Yes. As a matter of fact, I threw it all out. I don't have a PC or Xbox anymore. It disappeared. I mean, what else is there to show on the Xbox and PC right now? You know, it's just tons of hours on it. Nothing's really changing too much now that we're finally at a good point. So it's always funny to me seeing those comments. It's still Flight Sim, so I don't know why people don't want to watch it just because it's not on an Xbox or PC. It's just like, okay. I don't really care. Yeah. Have you been to Bled, Slovenia? Beautiful area with an old church on a small island in the middle of the lake with an old castle. Ooh, I like it. I haven't been there, but it sounds great. And yes, there's an entire career mode with firefighting missions, cargo missions, passenger transport, private transport, you know, VIP stuff. You also have agricultural spraying, all kinds of goodies, and then we're going to be getting heavy and super heavy cargo as well. But anyways, there's a handcrafted airport. Now let's head to Prague. I know Prague has been wanted for a while here, so we'll do that next. Which, kind of blanking on that one. Give me a second here. But yeah, not handcrafted. It's not going to have photogrammic imagery either, I don't believe. But since they wanted to see Prague, you will see Prague. We'll hop in a helicopter here. Haven't done one today. Hit the button too many times. Very good. And you're welcome, Balls. What a name, by the way. What a name. Little nav map? No, I don't think that works on console, no. But you can do like sim brief and stuff. It does have that integration, so if you use that type of tools, it is photogrammic imagery. That is a surprise. Lovely. I love it. We'll let it all load on in. Love this cathedral over here already. And yep, Productions, that's exactly what happened. It just fell off a cliff. It's gone. But no, good recommendation here. Really wasn't expecting photogrammic imagery, but it's sweet. See, this is, especially flying in, especially in Europe, seeing all this old architecture, that's where photogrammetry really comes in handy. Because here, now this is a perfect place to showcase what the difference is between photogrammic and not photogrammic imagery. Let me show this to you here. Let it all load in. But see, you get the cathedral and all that stuff all fantastic. Now, if we turn that off, always takes a few seconds for that to do its work. Does streaming have an impact on the PS5 performance? Well, to me, I think streaming makes it... Because obviously if you download everything, the PlayStation's having to do more. So I recommend the streaming route if you can go that route. And what it looks like without photogrammic imagery. Blah. Right? Absolute blahness. Which is why I don't fly without photogrammic imagery, because it's cool and makes these places look awesome. There it's all back. Much better. What's this up here? Is this like a fortress or something? Right, David? That's my reaction. How people can play without that being on, I'll never understand it. It's basically flying an FSX. Oh, it's like a whole stadium. Oh, that's really cool. 9 fields in there. Hey Kyle, welcome, welcome. And Simon, thank you so much for the stream. You have really showcased the sim on PS5 and answered so many questions. Can't wait to get my Pro and enjoy the sim in December. That's awesome, Simon. Really glad you've enjoyed the content and found it helpful as well. Very much appreciate it and happy to have you in chat. And I'll try to find the Parliament building. No idea where that's at. I'm assuming it's going to be this direction, though, because there's nothing back there. Oh, look at this train station. Just look at all the buildings. I mean, it just looks awesome down there. Oh, what is that? That's nice, too. Oh... It's just nice over in Europe. They don't destroy everything because it's like 40 years old like they do here. It's so annoying. Always reading that in news story. Oh, this pool's 40 years old. Okay, and? Goodness gracious, making it sound like it's 5 million years old and they need to destroy it. It's so obnoxious. Just seeing all those older architectures, so cool. And of course, being able to experience it in the sim is also awesome. The cool bridge over here, though. Funny, you got more of an older style here, and then on the other one a bit more of a modern one. But yeah, CB, that's why I wanted to do that, because I know there was still a lot of people kind of confused between the difference between both photogrammic and just randomly generated buildings. Is the beta good? It's fantastic, Andre. It is fantastic. And yeah, Sean, it is a full multiplayer world, so if you and your friends, if you have like 10 friends, you can all fly together, whatever. You can absolutely do that. It is a living world, so you just hop in the world, fly together, and you're good to go. You know, I've always I doubt it works, but I kind of want to see if I can land on these ships. I don't think you can, though, but he's a little bit beached, which is fantastic. Because I don't think they have any actual surfaces on them. Oh, for the trigger to push that much. You'll see this a lot with the ships. They're similar to the air traffic where they kind of just do whatever they want to do. Oh, he's kind of glitchy. I just want to see if there's actually a thing on here, or there's a shadow. Oh, you can land on them. Wow, that's actually really cool. I wish you weren't glitched, but that's good to know. I didn't realize they actually have hitboxes on them. I thought they were just there for looks. Well, that's cool. I'll have to keep that in mind for future reference there. Nice. Oh, what is that? Is that a diving board? Or a crane? Oh, that's a crane, because you can see some of the bits that were taken from the photogrammic imagery. But very cool. Prague is a great one to fly around. Fly to my house apartment. No. I'm good. Thank you, though. Oh, that's a nice building in the trees there. Look at this whole complex. Nice. Well, anyways, great recommendation. Prague was cool. All right, so I want to see that. What was that island? Something about an island. Bled Slovenia. Let's see what's going on there. Bled. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't need all the helipads. Thank you. I'm good. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, let me zoom out. We got this here. Perfect. And it's kind of in the mountains. Just trying to find a town that looks... I'm probably too far north. So it's kind of up here, up the water to the right. Am I going too far up? I don't think so. Should be right around here where I'm looking. It must be really tiny of a town. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, they actually have the... Okay, hang on. We actually got the buildings going on. And the church you were talking about. And you were very welcome, Balls. Unbelievable. In my blimp. No photogrammic imagery, but still looks nice around here. The blimp is just another one. It's a great one for sightseeing, too. Get some great views out of it. Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna get the engines all the way down here so we decrease our altitude. It does look nice. I agree. Old Cowtown. And here, hang on. We're gonna spruce this up a little bit, but yeah, the water looks great with the sun reflecting off of it. What's going on live right now? Oh, not too much different, okay. But we're gonna change it up a little bit. There we go. Make it a little bit more scenic here. What texture popping? I mean, it's always gonna. It's not gonna be just. You have to think. It's the entire world, so it's not going to just be all loaded in 100% of the time. It's not. You're going to have things kind of load in, but I'm not seeing much of that going on at all while we're here. But if you're coming into the sim expecting it to just everything be loaded instantly forever, that's not happening here. So I'll just diminish that want. That's just not happening. But here, let me try to... I was going to say try to land this, but I'll just restart on the ground, because then I can just show you what walking around looks like in a forest. Hey Glenn, I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. Ah, picked a crap spot to spawn in though. Hopefully it doesn't freak everything out. By the way, if you want to play a horror game, you also have that as your disposal. Let me get closer to this tree here. And of course, time of day, there's different ambient noises going on, so you can hear some crickets. And depends on the region you are in, too. There's different audio. It's really, really cool. But anyways, let me make it daytime here. We'll make it a nice little morning or evening. Let's do morning. And just like with flying, you can walk anywhere in the world you want to. You can walk for as long as you want to. There's no restrictions on that. So if you find a really cool area you'd like to walk around, you can just pop out and go for a walk. Yep, there's wildlife. They are running on their actual migration as well, so you'll see animals kind of do their thing as they do in real life. I haven't really paid much attention to it, but there's giraffes, rhinos, cows, moose, elk, because they got all that stuff from Zoo Tycoon, those models, and those are in the sim. So yep, there are animals. No birds, though. Just audio of them. Let's get to the shoreline of this lake here, see if we see the church in the island. You can walk on anything. Roads, runways, forests. Again, it's up to you with what you want to do. There isn't anything limiting what you can do. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Whoever has a house here has quite the view, huh? And Captain Green, nope, it is going to be on the base PS5 as well. And Rodrigo, yep, you can walk around anywhere in the world. If you want to go walk in Antarctica, you can do that. Walk in Europe, you can do that as well, wherever you want to walk. And enjoy the beautiful world in Flight Sim. So you know all those trailers and stuff that games always, developers made a big deal about. You see that mountain over there? You can walk over there. Well, you see this entire Earth that's one-to-one recreation? You can walk anywhere in it. You see those peaks over there? If you wanted to, yes, you can. It would take you a while, but you could walk all the way over there if you wanted to. But it's just incredible. And yeah, you can walk on water. But yeah. There's just so much you can do in the sim that's not even flight related if you don't want to. Like, you can just enjoy the scenery. And then, of course, you can do a left L1 and circle, and it'll spawn you back in. I knew it was going to freak out because we were on the edge of the thing there. But yeah, just awesome. Well, alright everybody. I don't mean to make this a short one. It's still 3 hours, but we normally go for 4. We'll probably be live again earlier, like we normally are, tomorrow. But I got some other stuff to do today, so that will wrap up our stream of PlayStation 5's gameplay on the sim. Which, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see what PlayStation VR 2 stuff is going to be like. So, really looking forward to that next year when the free update arrives. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and again, thanks for stopping on by. It's crazy to see these constantly getting over 100 concurrent viewers. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. And you know what? I can tell already. We're going to be back on the PlayStation version again tomorrow because I'm very much enjoying it. So thank you guys again. And we can always do some more walk-around stuff in some cool areas tomorrow if we want to. But yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.